Okay. Okay, hello everybody and welcome to the 7th Open Education Working Group call. Thank you very much for joining us, the people who are watching and the people who are in the Hangout as well. We've got quite a few people here, which is really exciting. And we haven't run one of these for absolutely ages, so it feels really nice to be chatting to people again. I'm just going to give a little brief introduction to the working group and what we're doing today, and then we can go through and introduce ourselves, I think, which will be nice. So I'm Marika Guy, I'm coordinator of the Open Education Working Group, and this is a group that comes together really to look at lots of different aspects of open education. So we're interested in open data, open education resources, licensing, we're interested in open practitioners' work and sort of open education and teaching and all those different things, and we're bringing everybody together and hoping that we can people can meet each other and that they can see the synergies in the different areas that we work in. And the group's been running for quite a while now, and it's a really informal group, and if anybody wants to take a more proactive role in the group or writing blog posts or doing anything and sort of sending out emails or something, please do get in touch, because we could really do with a little bit more support, because unfortunately I'm not doing quite as much work on open education as I used to do, and so my time is a little bit limited. But the group still goes, and I think we still have a good community, so that's really great. Hi Phil. So there's quite a few people today, which is really exciting, and I think what we'll do is we'll get everybody to go around and introduce ourselves, and then we'll move on to the topic for today, which is around open data as an OER, an open education resource. And I think it's just going to raise some interesting ideas about how we are learning and teaching, and just how we use we can maybe use open data more in the way we're working. Okay, so if people are happy to introduce themselves, if we can start with Javiera and Leo, if that's okay.
Okay, hi there. My name's Leo Havemann. I'm a learning technologist at Birkbeck, University of London. I've worked quite a bit with Javiera on open education research, and today we're going to talk a bit about our kind of latest research interest, and hopefully it will be of interest to everyone here.
I'm Javiera Atenas. I work at UCL as a learning technologist too, and I'm really glad that you all joined.
Lorna's next on my list, across the board. Can you hear us, Lorna? We'll leave Lorna for a minute and we'll move on to Phil.
No, it's okay, I'm here.
Oh, you're there, you're there.
Sorry. I'm using the Hangout app on a new iPad, and I couldn't figure out how to unmute my mic. Sorry about that. Hello everybody, my name's Lorna Campbell. I work in many different areas of open education technology. I've worked for a long time with an organisation called CETUS, who a lot of you might be familiar with, and I'm also now currently working with an organisation called Atenas, who are a data centre at the University of Edinburgh here in Scotland. I'm interested in all aspects of openness in education, in particular open education resources, and also the important role of policy in supporting and promoting open education.
Great. Phil?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Phil Barker. I've worked with Lorna for quite a long time, have very similar interests to Lorna. We worked supporting the UK OER initiative. I've got strong interest in promoting the discovery and reuse of educational resources, whatever they might be. I've also got a particular interest in education for engineering and physical sciences, which I think can be quite usefully enhanced with the use of data. So I'm very interested in that subject for that reason.
Great. Tim?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm Tim Coghlan, and I recently returned to work at the Open University as a lecturer in IET, Institute of Educational Technology. So prior to that, I was at the University of Nottingham and kind of teaching computer science. So there's a couple of sort of hats on. One is that I've done various bits of research around OER, working with the OU, and some of you are probably familiar with those projects in the OER Hub and Bridge Success and things like that. The other side of it was teaching computer science. I got very into kind of creating courseworks that used open data, so things like getting the students to build an app that used car parking data and things like that. So I think it's a really useful material for kind of authentic learning technology. And I suppose on the other side, I've been involved in things like museum collections online and how to get people engaged with that. So did some work with Tate on kind of how to get people to go beyond just browsing through the online collection, actually doing interesting things with it. Okay.
Great, sounds exciting. Okay, Tora.
Oh, me. I'm Tore Hoel from Oslo. I'm working a lot. And part of that is coordinating the Nordic OER project. A very small project is going to end this summer. But mostly these days I'm working with a project called LACE on learning analytics, and I was thinking, oh, I shouldn't go into the active part of this session because I haven't a clue about open data and OER. And then I started to think, what did I do the last couple of months? I've been writing together with Aaron Cooper, whom you know, a deliverable on data sharing for learning analytics, and it's just published, and you find it on the LACE project.eu website. And what is interesting there is that its data is becoming more and more a learning resource. So the kind of learning object view on education is not, I mean, that's past. And we have to look upon data as more actively as a learning resource. And then I'm trying nowadays to find how do we kind of make architectures so that we can share data in a good way, maintaining privacy and ethics and all that kind of stuff, and still kind of expose the data as open data, because it is needed, but then you have to have some kind of mechanism, some kind of middle layer taking care of the privacy issues and all that kind of stuff, and that's quite interesting aspects. That's partly a little bit to the side of looking at open data as OER, but it's a kind of enabler for being able to go there eventually. So that's me.
Thank you. We have Virginia.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. We can hear you. But not now. We could hear you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Lovely. Great. Well, I bow to the superior knowledge of my fellow Hangout people, actually. It's great to see you all. I'm Virginia Power. I work at the University of West of England in Bristol, and I lecture in information and knowledge management. And I'm one of a new breed at the university of graduate tutor combined with a PhD student. And the reason I'm here today is that part of my interest is looking at recommender systems and their role within educational practice, in particular in relation to OERs. And I've been following the work of Phil and Lorna in particular quite a lot on that. So I'm very much at the early stage. Literally, my research proposal is due in a couple of weeks. And I'm just very, very interested in all aspects of open education.
Great, I think you're breaking up a bit there.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, but you're very local.
Did you get most of that though, Marieka?
Yeah, we
did.
did.
Get that most of what I said? Cool.
We got most of that.
Okay.
Right, I think we've got Phil. Phil, sorry. Sorry, a bit confusion there. Will, next.
Hey, right. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Great. Hi. Well, anyway, I'm Will Hammonds. I'm a researcher here at Universities UK. Universities UK, for those who don't know, is a membership body for UK University Vice Chancellors. And well, I'll explain a little bit more about where my interest comes